Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boscheman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we are going to first take a look at the universal cycle for September 2022, and then we're going to break it down into each individual life path and take a look at those individual forecasts. This, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. Also want to mention that coaching sessions for numerology, coaching with numerology, are now available again via Zoom. So I had to take them down for a little bit for personal reasons, but they are back. So if you wanted to meet face-to-face to have those coaching sessions, they're available again. I have some spots left in September, so get them while they're hot. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at September's energy, what we're working with the numerology, and how best to use that to our advantage, right? Okay, so the universal cycle for September is a 15-6 energy. So collectively, the energy of September can bring about welcomed personal freedoms, as well as larger scale freedoms, like on a global scale. However, keep in mind, the lifting of restrictions or opportunities for great progress often requires some kind of radical change after a more chaotic culmination. So the more radical change allows for a shift or a release from present limitations, allowing for much freer expression and more room to move and breathe. So no one's saying that this is necessarily going to be easy, but what it's allowing for is worth moving through it. So this can be a cycle where experiences sort of assist us in moving away from very rigid, long-held beliefs, and new beliefs can then come in, right, and bring more peace while sort of eradicating old fears. So think of September as the liberator. It's bringing this very liberating energy with it. Now, of course, as I always say, the energy can be present, but it's always what we do with it that's going to make the difference. Like if we put in the effort, if we show up, if we try to work with this energy, we're going to see the greatest rewards. If we fight it, if we try to move away from it, we're still going to get to the other side of it. But it's not going to be as comfortable, and we're just not going to sort of reap what we want. We're going to reap what we sow, right? So this can be a period when we have to be very, very decisive and make very important decisions while deciding whether those choices are self-limiting or setting us free. So overly attaching or clinging to people, things that sort of put us in a space of servitude or obligation, that can create burnout and resentment. So be very mindful about what contracts or what agreements that you choose to enter into during this cycle. If it feels good and liberating, great, go for it. You have the green light, and you probably won't have buyer's remorse. But if it feels restrictive, if it feels burdensome, or you have concerns, maybe try and wait until after this energy sort of passes. So maybe wait until the next month, if you can, right? Until you feel better about it, or again, until you have more information, if you can do that. Of course, we have to live life. We don't base it on the numerology or astrology or psychic predictions or whatever. We have to do what feels right for us in the moment. So just take this as guidance and do with it what you want. I'd also say with this energy, there's a big focus on not judging a book by its cover, especially this month. Outward appearances when it comes to a situation, especially around close relationships and or home life, can sort of cause unnecessary heartaches, trouble in partnerships, or knee-jerk reactions that carry heavy repercussions. So try to dig a bit deeper beyond the illusion to better understand the situation more holistically. Communication is golden, period. Inner realities are more trustworthy than outward appearances. But the more that you can communicate, the more that you're open to communication, the more that you can work through more quickly and just move on. And it may be that the other person is not willing to communicate. That's okay. If you tried, that's all you need to do. But in every situation, communication and real true communication where both parties are able to speak their truth and be heard, whether or not you agree with each other, but just that opportunity for that respect of conversation, just can clear up so much and alleviate so much drama. So I would say, word to the wise, especially in September, if you have an opportunity to open a line of communication, I would say do it. But again, the catchphrase for September, I think, is inner realities are more trustworthy than outward appearances. So really trust your gut, dig deeper, go with how you feel, take your time if you can, and just take your time. Throughout September especially, try to find the lighter side to a situation if you can. Even when we're going through the most difficult of challenges, laughter or even just a smile can change that energy of the moment and lift spirits. Laughter truly is the best medicine, not to sound cliche, but it truly is. And where there's laughter, there's always light. So maybe watch funny movies, spend time with children or playful animals, or surround yourself with people who can just always seem to make you laugh or giggle. We underestimate, I think, the true power and the true energy of laughter, but it is more priceless than any materialistic item on the planet. And we always have access to it. That's the thing. It's just we have to be willing to try to tap into it. When we can find our own ways of sort of looking beyond the limitations of circumstances, we bring about peace and satisfying solutions to that situation. So laughter cleanses the soul and can lead to physical healing. Laughter is a form of freedom. I'm going to say it again because I truly do believe it. Laughter is a form of freedom. So that's your forecast for September for the collective with the universal energies. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numerology and the energies for each individual life path number. A life path 33-6. So I pulled an animal spirit message for you all for September, and you got Raven energy. And this is so beautiful. This is like the equivalent to like the magician in tarot. And so it really is about being the magician of your own story, creating what the magic that you want to create, playing in the magic, manifestation, alchemy, synchronistic events, like things just coming in that just feel like pure magic, and things showing up, like the missing puzzle pieces showing up that allow you to create what it is that you're trying to create or that you've been working on. It's kind of like magic just falling in your lap, like, oh, here's the missing piece. Now I can do what I needed to do with it type thing. And it's kind of like brings it back, the focus back to self, to recognize how powerful you are and like how you're able to, again, sort of alchemize situations and like bring things that don't seem to need to go together, bringing them together and making them work. And that's really such a big part of it. And that's such a beautiful part of 33 energy as well. Like you all are the sort of spiritual leaders in a sense, the beautifiers. And so you're able just with your energy alone to like alchemize, to like bring things together that wouldn't seemingly go together, but you have a way of bringing them together so that they just work beautifully. And so if there's something that maybe doesn't look like it would work on the outside, chances are you are going to be able to find a way to make it work in a way that just exceeds everybody's expectations. So just just keep going, right? Like really just keep having faith in yourself. You are able to manifest this is a very strong manifesting energy. So of course, my belief is that with manifestation, you have to like get up and put in the effort, right? It's not like, I mean, I have seen people be like, I want this, blah, 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 blah. And there's integrity behind it. And that actually shows up, which blows my mind. But it does happen. I've seen it happen. But this is like with most manifestation, it's like we have the idea, but then we have to actually show up. We have to put in the effort in order to manifest or create it within the physical. And so this is a very potent month for you all for creating whatever it is that you want to create, manifesting whatever it is that you want to manifest. And I would say be very open to working with the things that wouldn't look like they would normally go together, because you probably will be able to make them go together in a really beautiful way. And we go back to the intro where I talked about not judging a book by its cover, right? And so that is very much coming into play for you all this month as well, where it's like, again, from the outside, it might look like, okay, these 4 things would never go together. But then like you put them together with your own unique flair and they work beautifully, right? There's an alchemy to it. And so you are you're set up to do that this month. So if there's anything that you want to like create that way, this is the month to do it, or at least start, right? So for you all, this is really beautiful too. And like I just said this and for the reading for 22s, all of the animal spirit messages have correlated so beautifully with the undercurrent energy that each number is working with this month. And you guys are no different. So for 33s, you all are working with 39 and 3 energy for this month. And so it's basically like ultimately it is creation energy, right? It's 3 energy and like expressing yourself creatively and alchemy and all those things. Basically everything I just talked about with the Raven and being the magician of your own story, right? And so I think it's so beautiful that you all are also like working with the actual numerology and the vibration of that energy this month as well. So it's like, it's just the green light to create what it is that you want to create in your own unique way and like making it your own, and not second guessing yourself. And again, taking materials that just wouldn't look like they would work together, or ideas or concepts or whatever, and putting them together in your own unique way. And I think you'll be surprised. Okay, so for you all, again, you're working with 39 and 3 energy. And so love is in the air this month, potentially, right? And that can be like love for self, love for another, love for a project, love for a career, whatever. This is a very warm, gentle, sweet energy where you could meet someone very special now, very special people now. It doesn't even have to be just like, a soulmate or whatever, or like a romantic partner. You could meet people now who enter your life and simply make the experience that much sweeter. These are those relationships that aren't necessarily meant to like add, they're not meant to like add to the load, right? They're not meant to be stressful, but rather they're meant to lighten the load and like make it easier. So it's very possible for very deep and very meaningful, strong friendships to turn into something more, or for experiences to be sort of shared with friends and loved ones that truly deepen that bond and that love, right? So this is just such a beautiful, sort of like alchemy, right? This is just such a beautiful merging and like coming together and just beautiful energy. You may also find that you're in high demand during this period. New opportunities or new propositions could present themselves at this time. So you may feel more in demand. I mean, I know as a 33-6, you're probably already in demand, but you may feel that coming in more. But it also feels like in demand for the people, like I said, that are just so close to your heart that you just really enjoy being there for, or doing things with, or whatever, whatever. So it feels more joyful than burdensome. Let's see. What else do I want to say about this energy for you all? You could also find that you're more contemplative now. Like this could be a little bit more going within and kind of like, just kind of maybe spending some time alone as well. Maybe taking a break. So going on a nice vacation, or spending a sweet vacation or a trip away, like a sweet weekend trip away, alone or with a loved one, right? Somebody who just brings you joy and like regulates your nervous system. Any deeds that are done now for others, sort of out of the kindness of your own heart, as opposed to like out of obligation or out of a burden or whatever, they have the potential to be rewarded greatly at this time. So anything done for others, but again, because you want to, because it feels good, and because you're doing it again out of the kindness of your own heart and not what you'll get in return, that's the irony, right? Like you will probably get quite a bit in return just from doing it because you really, really want to. And again, even if what you get in return is just that feeling, right? That high vibration, then it's worth it, right? Pay attention to any delays that might occur now, and just recognize if a delay occurs, it's a blessing. Just let that be your mantra, because there's so much sweet, beautiful, lovely energy that's really circulating this month. And it's a lot of manifestation energy as well. And so you will probably see some delays in areas that you maybe didn't want to see delays in. But just remember that if there is a delay, it is truly a blessing. So try not to get too disheartened. Try not to just like throw everything out the window and be like, well, this is just never going to happen. You will understand the why, like why it had to be this way later down the road. So, and you'll be grateful for the protection, right? For the delay. So if there is a delay, if something maybe falls away or something like that, relationship or job opportunity or something like that, just try to see it for what it is, which is protection, which is a blessing, right? And again, you might not understand the why now, but you'll understand down the road. And I can almost guarantee that you'll be like, oh, thank God that fell away. Thank God that I didn't get what I wanted there. Thank God, whatever. Because like in the moment, sometimes we want something so badly that we just couldn't fathom that it might not be for us, right? Or that we would get better or whatever. So just know if something falls away or there's some kind of delay, it's definitely a blessing and it's protection, because there's so much beautiful energy that you all are working with this month that the things that are meant for you, the things that are meant to move are going to move. Like there's no holding it back type thing. So beautiful energy for you all this month. So I hope it's a great September for y'all. Take care, 33s. Bye for now.